Hey everyone, happy Australia Day. So before I get started, I actually want to thank the traditional owners, the Bunwurrung people of the Kulin Nation. Now, these were people who spread from the tip of Wilson's Promontory all through Melbourne and down to Werribee. Now, a lot of you are probably thinking, oh my goodness, not this again, but we have a lot to thank them for. They managed the land and the resources for 50,000 years. And just as we're proud of the Hills Hoist and Thongs and the Victor Moa, we actually have to acknowledge our atrocities. And we have to be proud of our country, but also take ownership of its heritage, and some of it's not too pleasant. We are starting to make inroads into it, and for these things we can be proud. You know, we can't be proud that we herded people into a reservation in Mordialloc and that they were so upset with that they set up their own settlement in Healesville, only for that to be shut down and then shunted out to Lake Tyers. That's nothing to be proud of. But what we can be proud of is National Sorry Day, of giving back part of the area in Healesville, Corranderk I think it's called, and where the people of the Bunwurrung peoples have actually started to return. And so language, the I'm really getting this wrong. The Woiwurrung language is making a resurgence. The Bunwurrung language is very similar, shares a lot of the same words, but the last known speaker died decades ago. And so we can't really capture the essence of a language, and that's a language that's just gone. A traditional Australian language, just gone. But by the same tokens, those of us who came here, 10 years, 20 years, who were born here 50 years ago, like myself, I'm proud of being an Australian, and I'm proud of the achievements that I've contributed to my society. I'm not proud of the history of the country, and I can't do anything to undo any of that, but I can certainly make inroads into making Australia a fantastic place to live in for everybody. We're welcoming of everybody. In the 1970s, where we stopped the boat people, it was actually Malcolm Fraser who set up a system in Vietnam so that people could catch a plane here with refugee status. And he was applauded at his death by the Vietnamese community. These are acts of humanity that we don't see politicians do. And by the same tokens, we've got these things, these acts of humanity happening across the country. Just recently we saw truck after truck after truck after truck with bales of hay for the farmers with animals starving. That's an act of humanity that Australia can really be proud of. So have a look in your community, have a look at your neighbourhood, have a look at your family and your friends, and you'll find that you've got hundreds of Australians around you to be proud of. And that's what Australia Day is about. It's about celebrating our achievements as a nation. So, homemade lemon cordial. Look at my channel for the recipe and hit subscribe while you're at it. Happy Australia Day.